Good night, good morning to some of you according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to our Biafra Television Europe presentation of this very day, Tuesday, the 21st day of January 2025. You are welcome to the program. Biafra Television Europe is under IPOB. IPOB is being led by Mazi Kanu. And Mazi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, was kidnapped from Kenya in June 2021. Several court orders have been given for the release of Mazi Kanu. None have been obeyed. Still, Mazi Kanu is still in DSS solitary confinement for almost 4 years now, and we are pushing. That is to say that IPOB agitation IPOB have been right in their agitation because the case of Mazi Kanu and IPOB with the Nigerian state have proven that all Mazi Kanu have been saying on the radio Biafra is truth. All of them are truth. And the stand of IPOB in agitation for the freedom of the Biafran people is also right because of what we are seeing in Nigeria. There is nothing Nigeria is playing to convince us to believe in Nigeria since we presented our non-violence self-determination agitation championed by IPOB. If Nigeria wasn't, um, if they were not purposely treating us the way they are treating us, when we came up with this very genuine agitation, they would have confronted us with superior argument of trying to make things change. But because of the foundation of Nigeria, which have never needed people from the East, but it only needs resources from the East to boost the Nigerian stupidity. So they never believed that somebody was talking from the East when they had Radio Biafra. When they started believing, they all believed in one thing, that money can solve. When they added money didn't work, they said, okay, their army can finish the matter because Nigeria do not believe that anybody from the East should exist. That's why IPOB came with self-determination. Instead of Nigeria to come and say, we are doing this one now to confront IPOB, let us do this thing for the East. Let us make sure we do not allow the people of the East to join them. Let us play this one. They have said this one, let us do this one. Let us do this one to prove them wrong. But Nigeria, in their own way, as they truncated the Aburi Accord agreement, the same way they have believed that nobody is existing here, based on how our politicians have presented themselves. The ignorance of Nigeria is that they do not believe that a people like IPOB can stand the heat. They believed in the politics of Nigeria, which they can play. When they play it all, they have played on IPOB, it have failed. They have never played it on any people in Nigeria and it fell. It only fell in IPOB. They brought blackmailing, they brought ethnicity, they brought religious, they brought everything, they brought force, they brought everything on IPOB. None have stood because they doubted the stand of IPOB. They believed that IPOB cannot finish the battle. That's why they came with army, killing people from the East because we call for self-determination. We demand for referendum. There have never been a thing Nigeria play to convince us. Rather, they keep proving to us that we are slaves. They keep proving to us that we are slaves through their policies. Since then till today, they have never shown any way to say, "Hey, let us find way and convince them to drop agitation." No, they keep threatening us, they keep killing us, they keep disobeying court orders, they keep promoting their Fulani herdsmen terrorists, they keep promoting every criminal from the north. They keep promoting everything, but they keep hating us. They keep promoting hate on us, both in Yoruba land, both in Northern land, both everywhere, both in Benin land. Everywhere they created hatred on us because they believe they can defeat us. But today, here we are. We have proven Nigeria wrong, and we have proven our agitation. We have proven, we have vindicated ourselves in this agitation because we have no place to be in Nigeria. We are going to show you that we have no place to be in Nigeria. So IPOB have been right. That is why Nigeria cannot confront us. Rather, they will confront us like the way Buhari's aid is confronting us. This Buhari aid, which we are going to present the headline now, and that will be our starting point. So we have to go to that very headline of this very Buhari X aid, right? You will see the mentality of the Nigerian state against the people of the East. You will see that IPOB have been right that Nigeria is a lawless country. Based on our topic today, which says, revealing proof, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stroke IPOB, we are right about Nigeria's law violation. We were right, and we are going to prove it. When we came, they thought they would succeed. But they don't know that we will play safe and bring them to this very point where they will be frustrated, as IPOB have frustrated them. They are now showing the world that thing they have been hiding. You know, they wanted IPOB to go into violence so that they will use trouble to cover up everything. And IPOB have been patient, Nnamdi Kanu have been patient. At this very point in time, we have proven Nigeria wrong. They never believe in their court. They never believe in anything. All they believe is that that's Nigeria, and that is what Buhari's aid is presenting. Let us see if we can go to that very headline of that very headline from this very man. What is his name? Bashir Ahmed. Bashir Ahmed, that his tweet against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not just make the tweet, but he just presented Nigeria. I wish we can play it. Let's see if it can appear here. If not, if we cannot reach to it, then we read it from here. In case you are just joining us, this is Biafra Television Europe. Biafra Television Europe is under IPOB. And IPOB is being led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu IPOB leader is in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained. We cannot, I don't think we can get to that very headline on our screen. Can we get to it? Let us go to our technical engineer and see if we can. Can we get to that very text so we can move forward? For record purposes, how I wish we can see it on the screen, please. Okay. Wait for it. Okay. It have appeared. Thank you. Thank you. Let me read from here so that you can see the mentality of the Nigerian state. And you will see that IPOB have been right in their agitation. And you will see the reason why we are not going to stop. And you will see more reason why Nigeria should be destroyed. There is nothing like a country called Nigeria. Let us listen to somebody who is former aide to Buhari government, right? You will discover that these people are the people who organized the kidnapping of Mazi Maduabuchi. Let us read.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazo, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The headsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the headsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves. Roots TV, Nigeria.
Okay. You are welcome back.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior, Abdul.
Now you have listened to that. Let us go and read that headline from that man. Then you can now connect the dots. You can now connect it. You heard from that very video where Nigerian government gave 100 billion naira to Fulani herdsmen terrorists, right? For them to stop in 2019. For them to stop in 2019, right? But till today, they haven't stopped. Then IPOB that did not sack communities, IPOB that no community in Biafran land as a whole have protested against. There's no village, no community, no local government have protested against IPOB. No community have been sacked by IPOB. No community have been attacked by IPOB. But do you know that Fulani attacks community? Fulani is the world's fourth most deadly terrorist organization, as you heard from here, by the Global Terrorism Index report. It happened on the 22nd of September, 22nd of November 2015. That's when they were attacked, the fourth world most dangerous terror organization. Do you know that Nigerian state gave them 100 billion to acquire weapons to sack communities? Now, IPOB that goes on peaceful protest and Nigerian army used to confront them, then after they have said that IPOB leader will defend himself in court, and he has defended himself in court and proven Nigeria wrong in all their allegations, and have proven himself right in all his broadcasts on Radio Biafra. Look at what Buhari's aide said based on the very case they left for Tinubu is no longer working the way they planned it with Tinubu. So Tinubu signaled every one of them to come up and do something. So in their frustration, look at what Buhari's aide have to say. Because IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu have frustrated them. They no longer present court, because they usually present court as to deceive the world. But today, they are running away from the court. Look at what the man said. You will see that he is not even pointing at the court. He is not even going to constitution, but he's talking about the Nigeria. That is to say, their own interest. That's what he's talking about. Mazi Maduabuchi played everything and said that there is no law that can hold him down, both local and international, and IPOB, no law that can hold them down. local and international, and Nigeria tag us terrorists. Then we came to their court for them to prove it. They are now running away from the court. Let us read from him. Nnamdi Kanu's release. Nnamdi Kanu is the reason Nigeria do not have electricity. Bashir Ahmed. Then let us continue. From Bashir Ahmed. Anybody advocating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, did you hear about court? He's talking about advocating, people calling for free Nnamdi Kanu. This is somebody who court have freed. Let us continue. The release of Nnamdi Kanu, a terrorist and the leader of proscribed terrorist organization, IPOB. He called Nnamdi Kanu terrorist. He never proved it in court. That is to tell you what people call a country. This is rubbish. They never prove it in court. But look at that very fidelism they are using on the north. The stupidity of the Ahmadu Bello constitution is what he is bringing on a people who have decided that they can never be part of your country. You see, that is where you see the little brain of a Fulani man. Because they believe that that thing the British gave to them is still like that. Do you understand? This is a people who gave 100 billion naira to terrorist organization that is well recognized in the world. In Nigeria, terrorists, Fulanis, they call them bandits, right? Terrorists. But in the world, Fulani herdsmen are global terrorists recognized. They are recognized in the world as fourth most deadly terrorist organization in the world, which this Bashir is part of them. He's a Fulani man, he's a terrorist. But for them, as Nigeria is, they will, anything they call you is what they are. Just like Buhari, who committed treason against a legitimate president, a legitimate government of Alhaji Shehu Shagari, voted by the people of Nigeria. Buhari was the first to charge Nnamdi for treason, when Buhari is the one who committed treason, overthrew a government. Babangida committed treason, overthrew Buhari. They, all of them that committed treason, none of them was charged for treason because Nigeria is a Fulani and British state. That is why we say we all die here. The Nigeria must be brought down because the rubbish should not exist. That is why we are here. We have frustrated them not to focus on their court again. They do not believe in their court because we told them that we will naked them. Our perseverance, our endurance will lead them to anarchy because they will have no place to stand. These are people who committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu, both in his home, both in Kenya. But they are not ashamed to come and start talking on cases that are still in court. He calls somebody terrorist when the government of Nigeria is the only people who went to their court and tag IPOB terrorists. But the Fulani herdsmen is being recognized and they tagged terrorists all over the world. ECOWAS also tagged Fulani herdsmen terrorists. ECOWAS tagged them terrorists. You had it from the video. You had it from the news. ECOWAS tagged them terrorists. But in Nigeria, they are not terrorists. But in Nigeria, IPOB is terrorists. But in the world, IPOB is not terrorists. Who is winning? Who is winning? That is the frustration whereby you see this kind of idiots they call Bashir Ahmad. Bashir Ahmad man. Bashir Ahmad. You will know that what IPOB have played have put them in a shame. Because Tinubu is now calling them. Mazi Maduabuchi was discharged. Instead of them to free Mazi Maduabuchi, they hand it over to Tinubu. Tinubu inherited empty case file. No charges. Nothing. Since then, he wants to try Nnamdi Kanu based on what? Because Tinubu is now telling them that the Nnamdi Kanu have rejected the only solution you gave to us. So that's why you see Buhari government coming up to defend because they are the people who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. And Tinubu is getting tired of the matter because he has nothing to say. He has nothing to say. That's why people who kept Nnamdi Kanu, who kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, is now coming to say something because their court have failed them. Tinubu told them that the only option which is being Tanyako, Nnamdi Kanu have rejected it. That's the only option they gave to them, to Tinubu, that Binta will do all. Today, you can see them coming up to defend their criminality against Nnamdi Kanu, to defend their kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, which is indefensible, to defend the invasion of the house of Nnamdi Kanu the army carried on while Nnamdi Kanu was on bail, which is indefensible. That this very Fulani animal is presenting himself as an opposition to an already freed man. That is to tell you that IPOB have played right. IPOB have been right. IPOB have fight. That is, we have fight genuinely in this battle. Because there is no place to hold Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody from Nigeria can be proud and say this is our reason Nnamdi Kanu will not go. Nobody. Because there is no kind of charge you have not brought against Nnamdi Kanu. None is working. But people who have been frustrated will be somewhere talking about Nnamdi Kanu. When judges have been frustrated by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, judges have been destroyed. Judges have become useless. But you see some idiots, they will sit somewhere, they will be talking about Nnamdi Kanu, it should not be released. That is just your stupidity. Because even your court, who made somebody governor, even your court, right, discover that Nnamdi Kanu is right, IPOB is right. And that is our stand. These characters of Nigeria is our strength. These characters of Nigerian state against us is our strength. It gives us more strength. Because they have nothing to convince us with. They have never presented agenda to convince us to drop agitation. No, they always show us hard way. They always show us hatred. And that is when they are energizing us. Because there is nothing that can bring us down. Nothing can weaken us. There are things somebody may be demanding for. You will bring something similar to that. And people will be begging him, nah, beg, why not accept this one? It is still the same thing. It's almost the same thing. Is almost the same thing and drop this one. Do you understand? No, they cannot do it because they believed in what the British did to us 1967. So they never see anybody from the East. But they don't know that they have meet iron. That is IPOB. The last bus stop of Nigeria, you have meet IPOB. If Nigeria state can confess, they will tell you that they have played all their pattern. They have played all their pattern. Nothing happens. One is that IPOB is not even, we are not even intending to stop. So when you see people whom we shot, that is, if you see people, when IPOB get them somewhere that is paining them, you see them jumping up, do not be moved by their rubbish, because if this case had been easy for them, you will not hear from such people. The case would have ended. That is frustration. So for a case who lasted for how many years, no place to beg government for Nnamdi Kanu, no place. There's no conviction, nothing. You did not convict him. There is nothing against him. That's why IPOB have never begged. That's why IPOB have never begged. Because we are fighting it rightful way. Case that is in court. Buhari aid was sent to come and tell us that if you call about free Nnamdi Kanu, let me tell you what he said. He said the person should be considered as sworn enemy of this country. They are only talking about country, as if Fulani have a place. That's why they came with a language they call not, because they don't have a land. So what is pushing the North in this mess they are in now is because of their failure. Having failed their region, so this is what you get from them. This is what you'll be getting from northern leaders. Because what IPOB is doing is beyond their imagination. IPOB have provided security for our people against Fulani herdsmen. IPOB have stopped Fulani agenda in the East, which is a showdown to them, which all their president, all their ex-presidents, all of them are included in pushing Fulani to take over our land. The battle IPOB have fought, defeating army general they call giant, they call Buhari, he's do or die, he can do this. IPOB defeated him. IPOB is still here. There's no Buhari on seat, and IPOB is still here, unmovable. So for IPOB to stop Fulani agenda, which they believe Buhari can do it, nobody can stop. For IPOB to foil all the plan of the federal government with the politicians from our land, one day we move nowhere. The same way IPOB will foil Nigeria agenda to nothing and Nigeria will scatter. Nobody can defend here. One thing is that there is nothing to convince us with. From the citizens of Nigeria, they are not playing a life to convince us with. From Yoruba people, they are not even playing a life to convince us with. So we love it that hard way. We love it the way they are playing it. Even our children are seeing it. There is nothing to convince us to say, hey, nah, with this one they do now, you are supposed to be Nigerian. No, it is all about, don't talk about Biafra. Don't talk about Biafra. As if we are foolish. We present argument. You cannot counter us. You'll be telling us, don't do. Are you mad? Are you foolish? You gave us army. Why didn't your army stop us? You gave up police. Why didn't your police stop us? Why? We are asking. And do you think that if Tinubu is now disturbing those that left the case of Nnamdi Kanu for him, and this thing rubbish, this idiot they call Bashir said, you will now move us. The killings of IPOB members didn't stop us. The abduction and so many things didn't stop us. The insecurity Nigerian state created in our land to destroy IPOB, it didn't stop us. Is it a rubbish that anybody that see this headline from any part of the world will know that Nigeria is not a country? It is a place where some criminal individuals will come on a matter that is in court. They'll start making decisions that even the court that is handling the case cannot make. And that is how they run the North. That is how they destroy the North. Fidelism. They killed the outside leaders and Fulani took over. And that's why the North can never get good things. Because Fulani did not come to the North with good agenda. They have never come and relaxed. They believe in killing the nearest person closer to them because they are invaders. Whether you are whoever you are, anybody closer to them rising up because they are here to rob. They are here to steal. They are here to take what belongs to people. The power was given to them by the North, by the British. So they do not see any living thing around them. They may use some tribe to fight some tribes. They may use it, say, hey, we are the North, we are not North. They never love you, any part of the North, because they know that they are not citizens of any part of the North. So how do they love you? When they know that it is when they kill you, they can occupy your land. That is the belief of Fulani. Then how do Fulani government give 100 billion naira to Fulani terrorists that is the fourth most deadly terrorist organization in the world? But somebody who is a terrorist, like Bashir, who is part of Fulani herdsmen, is now countering the release of a man that their court have never found guilty. Let them take one Fulani to court and see if he will not be found guilty. Fulani sack communities and still sacking. Fulani is killing. Fulani is massacring. Fulani is invading. Fulani is taking over people's land. But they gave them 100 billion. And this idiot they call Bashir is now telling you that if you talk about free Nnamdi Kanu, you're enemy of Nigeria. Tell me, what is Nigeria? A Nigeria without constitution? If they think they exist, why must he intrude into a matter that is in court? So that is intrusion. So what we are saying now is that this is why IPOB have been agitating. Now, if this matter did not reach to this level, how would we be vindicated? But today, what Mazi Maduabuchi presented on Radio Biafra is what is playing out in his case. What is Nigeria going to do? Can they defeat Nnamdi Kanu when they are doing the same thing he said on Radio Biafra? He said Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria is useless. Nigeria is a country that lacks rules. Nigeria is a place where they rule with impunity. Nigeria is a terrorist state. Is it true of us? It is true. With what we are seeing, it is true. So that is why they are frustrated, because they cannot find him guilty. Even the things he said on radio, which they are being angered, they are doing it. Even in his case, they are doing it. Even on other people, they are still doing it. They never stop those things Nnamdi Kanu said on Radio Biafra. So what are you going to tell us that will be a reason why we should stop? What will somebody present to us? Then I want to know. We want to know. People who fail their religion, they are angry with how we guide our place. They now recruited terrorists. They wanted to take our land in Fulani. It will stop them. They now recruited terrorists to be terrorizing our people. And what the army used to do is to use that avenue to invade our communities, burn down our houses as if there is war. But they gave Fulani 100 billion. And you tell me that we will ever belong to such country. And one day you will convince us to be part of that country where Yoruba hated us, where Benin people hated us, where all the tribes hated us, where North hated us. And that is where it is better we all die. We die. If we cannot be free in Nigeria, we will manufacture what we use to destroy the whole Nigeria. Everybody will die. If the option is that we must remain Nigeria, then we destroy everybody. Everybody will go down in Nigeria. Everybody. We will know that it will be a history. We will manufacture it. Nigeria will never exist. They must allow us to go. We will manufacture it. We're not going to buy. We will destroy the North, destroy the Yoruba land. Destroy our own. Everybody will collapse. Nobody can occupy this our land forcibly. It's impossible. So what we are now following is the due proceedings so that when it will stop, nobody will blame us. As for us to undergo this suffering and Nigeria will exist, it is better we manufacture, it is better we answer war crime in the world. It is better we answer criminal case in the world. We destroy the whole Nigeria. It is better. Instead of them to bring all this intimidation and hatred and killings and we allow here to exist. And let us follow due proceedings first. Let us reach to a point where they will say no. One day we will manufacture what we use. We will invent, we will go to the north and destroy everywhere. We will go there and die with them, not destroying and go. We die with you. We collapse everywhere. We don't care our people there. We destroy the Yoruba land. Instead, Nigeria will exist. It will never exist. With this mentality, they gave Fulani 100 billion. They gave them 100 billion. They are still killing. They are still killing. Since 2019, they are still killing. They never stopped. But they are killing IPOB. You see this idiot they call Bashir Ahmad, a mad idiot. He is countering the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but he is a terrorist. In the globe, a fourth deadliest terrorist organization in the world, Fulani herdsmen. In Nigeria, they are not terrorists. But in Nigeria, IPOB that is accepted in all parts of the world, registered in different parts of the world, over 100 countries, we are terrorists in Nigeria. And the Fulani that is terrorist in the world is not terrorist in Nigeria. And that is a country somebody wants me to belong to, where everything will be blamed on me. I have no right to complain. I have no right to demand. I have no right to ask. I have no right to stand. I have no right to take decision. And that is why we will destroy here. You see this Nigeria, we will collapse it. We will not spare anybody, not even our own, everybody. Instead, Nigeria will remain. It's better we destroy the whole region. Let it collapse. Let it collapse. How can not disappoint their people? And they will be fighting against our freedom because they disappointed their people. Nigeria is for 6 years now. 64 years. Like the North ruled 46 years. Today they are beggars. They are idiots in their place. They are beggars. They are illiterates. They are emergencies on the road. They are cutting our nails. They are sleeping inside wheelbarrow. They don't have a house. They don't have food. They have generals. They have ex-president. They have provided 10 presidents. They are 9 in number, but Buhari ruled 2 times. That is 10. Out of 64 years of Nigeria, they rule 46 years. But today they cannot eat. Even as they have ex-general that rule Nigeria, and as army chiefs and army commanders and the chief of army staffs from the north and defense chiefs, everything from the north, today they are overrun by terrorists. They are overrun by terrorists. They have failed their people. So you cannot use that is, you cannot hold us to defend your failure. We will expose your failure because our freedom will expose the failure of the northern leaders. And Salami is alive. Babangida is alive. Gowon is alive. But the North do not have security. They have failed. So you cannot, we know why we are agitating. If the first class citizen of Nigeria do not have food to eat, what am I looking for in Nigeria? If Yoruba that is second-hand class citizen cannot eat well unless the government give them food, what am I looking for here? If Yoruba that owns Lagos do not have shop in Lagos, if Yoruba that owns Lagos do not have any business, rather we control the Lagos, they are against us. What am I looking for in Nigeria when the Yoruba that is second-class citizens are still suffering? Fulanis are still invading their land. What am I looking for in Nigeria when the North that is first-class citizens are going through deadly diseases? Babangida did not fight anything in the North. All they know is to be ruling the region with the name of the region. And the region citizens will be shouting, it is our turn. But these people are into mess. They don't have food. Terrorists have overtaken the North. And that is the anger of these idiots that they come up from the North and start talking. You don't know that they are messed up with our agitation. Our agitation have proven them wrong. These people are supposed to be at the forefront of demanding for freedom. Had they succeeded, all they did was a personal business. Babangida go there and do his personal business. Buhari went there for his personal business. But they go there with the name of the North. They have Muhammad Mohammed. They have Shagari. They have Abacha. They have Absalami Abubakar. They have Umaru Yar'Adua. They have Buhari again. They have Tafa Balewa. They have Gowon. They have all of them. But they are poor in Nigeria. They are still claiming they are ruling Nigeria when they don't have food. That is why you can see some failures like Bashir Ahmed, Buhari 8. You will see them talking on top of their failure. They arrange terrorists to take over the land of people. They are not talking about terrorism in the North. They are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Is it Nnamdi Kanu that is killing you in the North? Why? How many of those that arrange those things happening in the North that are in detention? That is why we said, instead of Nigeria to exist, we will answer war crime. God is our witness. Instead of Nigeria to exist, after we might have done everything we are supposed to do, and they are still keeping us here. One day we manufacture what we manufacture. Only our West. We our North. We can collapse that place and die with them. We collapse it and die with them. We die with them. If they know what we are here for, they will give us way. Because there's no stopping point. It is either we all die at a point. When we discover you don't want, we all die there. Go to you and your rubbish. Starting you save, we destroy it. We destroy both of everything. We cannot continue with such a country. We cannot continue with such rubbish. Everything in Nigeria if they do not allow us to go. It is a shock. It is a shock. We cannot be without a land when God gave us a land. And we cannot be in a land where we are being forced to be. It's impossible when we have a free land of our own. And we are following due to do proceedings. They must give us referendum. If they don't give us referendum, they cannot live in their own Nigeria. They cannot live. They cannot forcibly be occupying our land at this very age when we are following due proceedings. A case will be in court. Court would decide on case. Nigeria will still be holding it. Today they are coming up with open clear that they don't believe in their court. He's now attacking people who have seen what is happening in court and call for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. People who have seen that there is no road in court. People who have discovered that Nigeria have nothing to get on Nnamdi Kanu because they have been amending charges from 2015 to today. If Nnamdi Kanu commit any offense, there will be no much amendment of charge. They will base on what he committed. But they keep amending charges because they are useless. They are useless. They thought we would just agitate and go. Hey, they say, go, do veto, no vanquish. You are mad. Who told you we do veto and vanquish? Are you mad? A very wrong English that doesn't exist. So you think we can do no veto, no vanquish? You are very stupid if you are thinking so. We will collapse everywhere. Everywhere, everybody, everywhere. You know we can manufacture it. We are scientists by nature. So you don't think about it. We are not coming here to shoot gun with the Nigerian army. Shooting gun with you for what? Shoot gun with you for what? If we want to fight you, we deal with you in our own way. We are ready to answer any case. If Gowon did not answer his own, if you eventually tamper us when we cross all these red lines and get to the main point, and anybody say no to what we have been dying for, then we all die with you. That is certain. We are not telling you will die, you will die and you will live. No, we die together. So in the process, whoever succeeds will now be alive and manage anywhere that is safe. But to have a land where you stand in the north is a lie. We cannot be fighting such kind of fight. We will produce something that will collapse the north, that will topple the ground. You think we are coming to fight a fight that if you push us to that level, we are not coming to fight a fight to be shooting somebody. What are we shooting? I shoot you tomorrow, one idiot, one car will give birth to one idiot, and it will start raining. It's better we tumble the land, destroy everything. Destroy everything. When time comes, you will know. You will know that we are not here for joke. People who rule Nigeria for 6 years have failed their people. IPOB agitation, you said you didn't convince us of any kind. They stop us from voting in Lagos. There's no conviction. Nothing to convince us and say, these people you are supposed to. Nothing is happening in our land. Nothing. No seaport. No nothing. Because they don't believe somebody is existing here. And that is why we will drag them and their Nigeria down into the ocean. We will prove to them that people are existing here. And we are proving it to them. This is the last bus stop, where all of them have been frustrated. Everybody can come up, hey, why are you freeing Nnamdi Kanu? A case that is in court. Court have been decided. And the Mazi Maduabuchi have made a later decision. Why can't you choose a court? All the federal high court in Abuja, you don't have any other court. Because you have bad intention. Every time amendment of court, amendment of charge, amendment of charge. And that's why we believe that Nigeria must be destroyed. There should be nothing like Nigeria. To have a place to stand on your own, you must allow us to go. One is that you cannot kill us, you cannot conspire all these things, and we remain with you in Nigeria. It's impossible. I cannot see a Fulani coming face to face, and I will see him as my brother, even 200 years to come. I can never see a Northerner coming. I will see you as my own blood brother. It's a lie, because they already gave him grand to kill me. They already gave him knife. They gave him gun to kill him. They told him that they defeated me in war. So anywhere he see me as somebody that should be killed. They told him not to give me a chance. That's why if he hit an Igbo man in battle, you say, why do you hit me in battle? He will bring a knife and choke you. Because they told him that if he argue with you that you are stronger than him, so he would just choke you. People say, hey, he will run to where the army is. Because we don't believe in fighting. We have time to argue. We can settle matters. You match me, I ask you, why do you match me? So an Igbo man who is asking a Northerner, why do you hit me, Baro? He knows that in normal life, that is how we live here. But a Northerner will pick out his knife and choke the Igbo man. Do you understand? Because they told him that we are not the same. He will come to the farm. He live where the Northerners are. He will not rape them. He will not kill their own daughters and wives. He will come to where Igbo and Biafran women are farming. They will rape them. They will kill them. But they left their own Fulani women. And the federal government gave them 100 billion to enhance their terrorism. Not they gave them that without knowing that they are terrorists. No. They are terrorists, recognized one by IEP, right? Global Terrorism Index Report, 2015. Fulani herdsmen, the fourth world most deadliest terror organization. Instead, Nigeria may exist. Madly Lamucha. Only here may exist. You must allow us to go. A country that sponsors terrorists and see innocent people as terrorists. A country that can never arrest terrorists, but they will see innocent people as terrorists. A country that will send somebody that will be negotiating with terrorists. A country that governor gather with terrorists to negotiate them. But they never call IPOB for a meeting for a day. But they gather with people who invade communities, sack them, who cause mass burial. They kill 500, Fulani killed 700, Fulani killed 200, Fulani killed 80, Fulani killed... These are people that they gathered with and later gave them 100 billion naira by federal government. 100 billion. 100 billion. After tagging them terrorists in the world. In 2015, November 22, reaching in 2019, Nigerian government gave them 100 billion. Do you understand? But they tagged IPOB terrorists 2017. Without anything, nothing. There was nothing like ESN, nothing happened, nothing. They just attacking them, they can come in the morning and tag us terrorists. But they was bold to give 100 billion naira to terrorists. That people are crying over their invasion. They invade Yoruba land. They invade the northern land. They invade different places. They invade the south. IPOB did not invade Yoruba land. IPOB did not invade the north. IPOB did not invade any community in Igbo land. IPOB, no community protested against IPOB, but communities protest against Fulani. World news carries what Fulani is doing. Fulani is the world terrorist. In the world, they are terrorists. In ECOWAS, they are terrorists. In ECOWAS, IPOB is not terrorist. In the world, IPOB is not terrorist. But in Nigeria, they tag us. That is a defeat. We defeated them. But to them, we make sure that we prove them wrong. And the Fulani was recognized as terrorist. Fulani, there's nothing like herdsmen. Fulani as a tribe is a terrorist. People moving, invading people's communities, killing them, forcibly taking over their land. And that's why we said no. And that's why they are angry. Their anger cannot stop us because even if we stop, they are going to kill us. So whatever frustration they are seeing is what we want them to see themselves. That's how we want them to be. We have taken them to a point where we want them to be. Because they wanted to scatter everywhere with noise. Had IPOB pick up arm. That was their intention. They can never fight self-determination. Their own way is just like this thing this idiot they call Bashir Ahmad is saying. That is their own confrontation to self-determination. That's why they gave army the issue of self-determination. Army is the only confrontation to IPOB. In a country, they say that they have independence. People presented self-determination, you have the case over to the army. Army keep invading, killing, massacring, kidnapping people that peacefully protest. And you think that it will come to a place where we'll stop. Do you think we just come to try? Did you not see people you recruited, they have scattered? Do you see IPOB as people that will stop on the way? And do you see us as people that hatred will make us to get weak? Your hatred and your conspiracy is strengthening us. It is strengthening us because it makes us to know that we have no place in Nigeria. So we fight on. The same way we saw ourselves with 20 pounds. We look back, we remember that there's no house, there was no food. So we move on. Today, we have made it somehow upon the hard policies of Nigeria. People are eating in this East, which they were not, they didn't plan it. Nigeria didn't plan it. So if we had succeeded with 20 pounds, we will succeed in destroying Nigeria. 1967 to 70. We cannot gather multiply in different parts of the world. But this time around, they can gather multiply. 67 to 70. We used to look for people that will send our message to countries. But now, we go direct to country and submit our letter. We go direct to country and submit our exhibition. We go direct to country and submit our complaint. We protest live in the country. These are things that that is why they are Fulani from the north. They compare what British did then. They're not even watching on how global politics is now. They're still talking about far back when they were sharing our oil to support them. We are telling them that already we are here in all those countries where Ojukwu was seeking a way to give the message. This time around, we go direct. Before Nigeria will come to light, our message is already there. That's why British is finding it difficult. Right? This time around, those very weak points where they used to defeat our father, we already occupied it. You think we are joking? You know, here now, army, rubbish. Did you defeat our father from here? Did you defeat our father from here? You defeated our father from the international. You made them to overlook the massacring of our people with your lies. This time around, we are opening their eyes with our perseverance. We have endured to prove you wrong. We have endured to prove our fathers right. We have also endured to prove our agitation right. And today, here we are. Nobody have any blame. Let us see anybody from Nigeria come and tell us why. Hey, they are killing their people in the east. Why you point that killing is because your government sponsor it. Remove the killings. Tell us, present IPOB agitation, and tell us where we are wrong. You recruited terrorists. You planned artificial insecurity as a place where you can be using to blame IPOB is right. It is not right because IPOB have been right in the agitation. We want you to say, based on Nigerian constitution, that self-determination is not there. Then we'll ask you, why are you living on your own without living with your parents? Mad idiot. We'll ask you, why is it that when you want to buy your children biscuit, you will not go and collect money from your parents? Stupid idiot. Why do you create why is it that some people demanded for state, you created state for them? You created state for them. Why did you abolish Gongola state? Why did you abolish Bendel state? Hey, there is no self-determination. Come and prove to us, why did you abolish Bendel state? If you can abolish Bendel state, we can abolish Nigeria. If you can abolish Gongola, Yola, Gongola state, those two states that doesn't exist, one day Nigeria will be like that. You abolish Gongola, you abolish Bendel, it doesn't exist. I have some Indian, I Benin people. When did your Edo, we're Edo people. When did your rubbish Edo name started existing? When? What we read was Gongola, Yola, Bendel, Benin. That rubbish was abolished, and some people come out. We are innocent. One day that Edo, how many years, God? Where is Edo? Where particular is Edo? Where? They just gave you Edo state. Rubbish. You hear Enugu, Enugu is Enugu before the white man came. It is called Enugu before they use it to make state. You hear about Amambra, it is the name of that place. That is the name. Not a concorded name. It's a name of Amambra. You hear about Ebonyi, there is Ebonyi River, a river called Ebonyi. You hear about Imo, there is a river called Imo River. Now, Queen, they don't come on, Sheba, Shinihu Poiso. They do Bukwage. My people everywhere. Where is the Gongola? And so we go destroy this Nigeria, it no go exist. We continue. So what we are pushing is what we know as what is right. When Nigeria saw that they have nothing to confront us with, they finally recruited insecurity. They created insecurity, recruited criminals. When we stop Fulani from taking over our land, they talk that bringing the war into our communities, blackmailing IPOB can stop us. One day, anything that can stop IPOB, we'll make sure we destroy the whole Nigeria. Everybody collapse. Let us die. Everybody die together and go. Nothing will live. Nothing. You know? That is when you know the mindset to have. That is when you give us our way. One thing is that we don't keep life again since we came out for the agitation. That's why we are angry when Nigeria invade our communities with their army and police to kill people who are not even agitating, but they are waiting for a referendum date. They are supporting IPOB, right? But we expect them that IPOB took oath to die, but not to die unjustly. If we are wrong, we took the oath to die. Even if we are not wrong, the enemy confront us. Let them kill IPOB. But they will leave IPOB, they will go inside the community, kill community because they want to turn our communities against IPOB. They want to turn them against ESM. So they recruit criminals to invade our communities with the name of ESM. They recruit criminals to kidnap our people, threaten rich men with the name of ESM. They recruit these things because they was not able to confront IPOB self-determination presentations. They believe in gun, but IPOB said no to gun. They sent Fulani, we created ESN and sent them in the bush. Our township remains so. We want them to come and argue us if there is seaport here. They didn't argue us. We want them to come and tell us why. They said there will be rehabilitation, reconstruction, and reconciliation. And what we saw was 20 pounds. What we saw was abandoned property. And what we saw was telling our people to deny their Igbo name before, or deny their Igbo identity before you give them job. That is rehabilitation. So they will tell us why they truncated the Abuja Accord agreement, which they have repeated today, disobeying court orders. And in this with this very point, there is no reason for anybody to come and tell me why I must be Nigeria. How can I be Nigeria where I was not accepted and will never be accepted because of the mentality of Fulani against the North? How do you want somebody from the East to become Nigeria? Because the North is the first class citizens, as we are seeing. Out of 46 years of Nigeria, out of 64 years of Nigeria, North have ruled 46 years. North have provided 10 presidents. There are 9, but 10. Because somebody ruled 2 times, Buhari. Now, after all these things, North can give you the highest number of beggars. North is still cutting the necks of the people they gave 20 pounds. North is still serving the people that they killed. They carried on a land and sea blockade. The people that they killed of Kwashoko, the people that they killed, they bombarded their schools, bombarded market, bombarded IDP camp, bombarded churches, bombarded hospitals. That is genocide. In war, you don't do it. You go after the army. But the same people who did these things occupy our resources, occupy our mineral resources, mount security against us. Everywhere is army, police. These people are still beggars in our land. They are still begging where we are doing business in their land. These people are still cutting our necks. These people are still selling goods on their barrel. These people are still sleeping inside barrel. These people are still living in batches in our land. They don't pay for house rent. They are still living the lives of animals. They are still beggars in street. They are still illiterates. One idiot to come and tell you, and they have capital city. Go and peel the quota in Abuja and start eating when you are hungry. Mad idiot. Go and take one foreign company in Kanu. Start eating it. Go and occupy it. It's in your house. You don't have house, but you have Babangida. You don't have security, but you have Absalami. You have Gowon, who can kill. Who can kill 5 million to save Nigeria. But Gowon cannot bring idea how to fight terrorists to save the North. That is the hypocrisy. So if the North cannot be safe, who else want to be safe in Nigeria? I ask. That is why we say no to Nigeria, because the number one citizen North, he have not survived. That was the reason why Nigeria was created in 1914. They say the God of Nigeria, which is Lugard, said because the North is too poor. So for 110 years now, 2004, 2024 is 110 years. Nigeria North have not become rich. 100 and North have not become rich. Why the purpose of creating Nigeria is because the North is poor. So why have they stolen these resources from the South and they was not able to make the North rich? So when will the purpose or the agenda why Nigeria was created be achieved? When will the North be rich? Even 1,000 years, North cannot be rich because North hate themselves. But they turn it to against. They will hate themselves. It's a lie. If North can rule Nigeria and provide Tafa Belewa, they provided Gowon, who is a killer. He knows how to kill Easterner, but he cannot kill terrorists now. Give them idea to fight terrorists, but Gowon, give them idea. Give them strategy how to fight terrorists. You are still alive. Babangida, you invaded our land to kill us. You were shot in Uzuakoli. They shot you on your leg. You run away. Uzuakoli, they shot you, Babangida. On that your one leg. Why can't you use that strategy and fight terrorists? All of you criminals, that is because of your disappointment to the North, you are fighting against our freedom. Had you did well to make the North rich, you changed policy of the country. That's the only thing that gave North development. Not the development of the North came by the mindset of the citizens. No, the citizens do not have anything like development. That is just, you made the policy that no foreigner should be in our land. Only criminals, foreigners can be in our land who will come to steal our resources. So there is no foreign embassy in our land, thereby denying us foreign presence. Right? So the companies in our land, you took it to the North. The policy is make sure you make them a dot. Though geographical plan, we are not dot. But let us make a policy where there will be dot. So that's why they call us dot, because they think that they have cut off a place they call South South. That is creating dot, right? Now, they deny you seaport. So now, they demolish your house, they gave you 20 pounds, they now deny you presence in government. So what they decided is that you manage yourself. That is dot. How do you manage yourself? You will be the landlord. You will be the tenant. When they not come to your place, they will go and do bako, they will go and do bacha and leave. They will not pay house rent. You manage yourself. So when you open a business, you are the one buying yourself goods. Do you understand? So now in the market, we own the market. We are the landlord, we are the tenants. Then we are also the owner of the company. We are the workers of the company. We are the distributors. We are also the wholesalers. We are the retailers. We are the consumers. We are the owner of the filling station. We are the pump attendants. We are the drivers of the tanker. We are the conductors. We are the driver of the trailer. We are the conductors. We are the offloader of the goods. We are the floater of the container goods. Then we manage ourselves, and it helped us. And today, we was able to manage our place, build what they demolished by ourselves, build schools by ourselves, construct road by ourselves. So we now have the ground. Now we manage the economy in the north, because when they changed that policy, blinding our land, some of us left to their land. Some of us left to the Yoruba land while we remain here. So we never lacked from our land, even as we left to their places. And we never remained there. We keep coming back home to drop things. So that was how we occupied their land. We started being in charge, control of their economy in the Yoruba land. We control economy in the north, because we own the shops, we own the goods in wharf, we own the car stand, we own the market, we import the goods, we decide on price, we own the shops. If we travel home, the shops will be locked, and the owners of the land will be crying. They will not see a place to buy biscuit. That is how we manage to succeed. Today, they are seeing what is happening in the dot. They now know that what they created didn't work, because they created that we will manage ourselves and suffer, because there is no external. Whom they send here are criminal foreigners who come to take our stones, take our gold, take our tangele, take our alum, take our what are these things? Take our salt, take our crude oil, take some other things. That's the criminals, foreigners you see here. There's no genuine foreigner here. If before you prove to me that you have genuine foreigner, let your embassy be in Calabar. Let your embassy be in Bayelsa. Let your embassy be in Akwa Ibom, or Enugu, or Anambra, or Delta, or Imo, or Abia. You cannot keep your embassy in Lagos, in Kanu, and Abuja. You will come here to steal from our land. You see me to see you as a genuine. A governor cannot steal our money and sign contract of road 5 billion and give you 2 billion as a contract. That's why he contracted you, a foreign contractor, to come and construct his road, because he don't want leakage in the 3 billion they are eating. So they gave it to a white man. That's why you are engineer here. Are you engineer constructing a road that we don't have people that study engineering who can construct it better? But the politician don't want leakage from the money he's taking. He signed 8 billion. He gave the contractors 3 billion or 4 billion. He ate the other one. So he did it with a white man where the agreement can be sealed, where the deal can be sealed. No leakage. That's what they're doing. So what are the white people doing in my land if they do not come with their embassy? What are you doing here? How is Oshikebera? Mad people. Ndị na-ezu oshi na-ezu oshi here. Show me your house. Show me. We live in the north. We live there. We have house there. So how do you think we bring destruction there? Who will bring destruction? Is it not the northerner who came with the cow that will bring destruction, terrorism? How can me that build a house in Lagos will bring destruction to Lagos? How can me that build a house in my home bring destruction to my home? Is it not Nigeria that is destroying my home that I built? Because they are angry that I developed this place with 20 parts. How can I cause insecurity? How? A place I suffer for. Nigeria recruited insecurity. This is artificial insecurity. Have we ever caused trouble in Lagos? We have properties in Lagos. Have we ever caused trouble in Kanu? We have properties everywhere. So why is it that they are targeting people who have the mind to do investment? How can an investor be a troublemaker? It is impossible. It is impossible. An investor cannot be a troublemaker because his investment will be destroyed. So all they are bringing against us is just well organized, packaged criminality. Barrister Wasika of Mbano, he said it is a synchronized insecurity. Yeah, he said it's a synchronized crime, right? The insecurity in South is a synchronized one by the government. In Agam, that Igbo man that is a developer will build Igbo land and start terrorizing it. If not people, politicians that got off their mind, people from the east that have been following politicians to be killing their own people. If not the mindset the politician gave to them that you can kill somebody to become commissioner. How can to make me commissioner so I will bless you tomorrow? How can somebody be recruited by the government to be killing fellow Igbo people? It is the mindset that the politician gave to them. That is why the politicians are running up and down to tag this crime on IPOB because they have been giving these people gun. They knew that they have been recruiting so many groups in our land under politics. They will not be able to collect the guns from them. They will just go into office and leave the guns with these people. Right? Do you understand? So that is what we are seeing. One day, let me tell you, we will prove them wrong. People that will go, how can Igbo people who are developing their place will come to destroy it? Aaron Abagi, the foolish. It is government that is destroying our place. The Yoruba people, you see how furious they are in destroying our properties in Yoruba land because their father, Awolowo, gave us 20 pounds. It is an anger. They told them we will not succeed. They told them that is our end. And that is not our end. So when you see them angry, when you see them furious, you know that they are angry because of your blessing. Because the level of your problem is the level of your blessing. That's the level of our blessing. Right? Onye nwe ofu moto ọ na-efe trouble ofu moto gị dị 3 na-efe trouble moto 3 otu a ka ngozi anyị dị otu a ka nsogbu anyị dị. That's why we want to have our home being controlled by us so that we can be able to manage our problems one by one and we'll be able to worship our God normally. We'll be able to understand people. Don't you see the other one na Anambra? Oti iwu for ndị ọdịnala, oti iwu ndị ụka, oti ego iwu ndị Muslim. Mba, ọkụyọtara. Ndị a na-emecha exist. But if we have a country, onwe somebody can represent Britain like Soludo na-anọchite anya ndị Britain here. Ọ ya na Katrina line kpara ihe ọ na-achị. So when they are presenting the agenda of the British, our people reject it because we are free people. But this time around, they use autocracy because it is one central command of Nigeria. They are not running democracy. That's why they kick the British, Harold Wilson, kick against the Abraham Accord Agreement because it automatically provides security for regions, which is against the policy of Nigeria because hence they are taking your resources. You should not have security. It is a policy of the colonial master that people that have the resources will not have security. Their land will be under siege so that they will always be, anxious of their safety. They will forget their resources. They will always be trying to save their life while the people that set them up will be taking their resources. So now it is one central government, one IG of police who will control the commissioner of police of your state. The commissioner of police will control the area commander. Area commander will control the divisional police headquarters and they will open their back and Fulani will go and slaughter you. One central, that's what they need, which you know that the pre-accord agreement will destroy such thing because we will have regional security here. So they want to be running a government where the army, a governor will be calling the president over Fulani killings in Nimbo, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi was calling, and the president ignored. He called a two division GOC, ignored it. He called the army chief, they ignored because They run one central government. Even the army chief is run by the president. Even the police chief run by the president. So the invasion of your community by Fulani was, it happened through the from the hand of the government, because the security was controlled. The security must be controlled before Fulani will attack your community. So that is to say, the federal government is aware of every attack by Fulani. That will be a topic of another day. We need to pieces it, because these are things people should know. That you cannot be running government of central command, and you will not give account of what happened to a community which you have stopped them from having regional security. So, had they had regional security, they will control the security of their land. But because you are in Abuja, you will control even the police division, you will control the army mini army barrack, the mini army barrack, which is strategic checking point at junctions in Biafra land. It is a mini army barrack. These are mini army barracks. All their commanders were officially sent. They are managing those places as barracks, just like, but it is mini one. A junction where they will stay must be a junction where they will put that their everything. They will build it. Before you cross within 2 days, and you bring equipment and build that, they will be there, bring drones, everything. That is mini checking point. Anywhere they are, that is mini barrack. Anywhere they are just to there to, because of about 10 communities or 13 that is inside the other side, and the other one that is the other side. Anytime order is given, they will go down and massacre them. They are in strategic, but that's why you will come with self-determination to fight Nigeria. Do you understand? Then first to collapse them. So, but I don't want to go there. What we are talking about is how they are, our land is under siege, is because they are criminals in our land. Because they are sending white criminals to come and steal from us. So they must mount army and police. So they are coming also to steal from us. British is also coming to steal from us. So how can they allow Ojukwu to have a security whereby Harold Wilson is coming to take oil? It's impossible now. Do you understand? So it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen when you have resources that they are managing. You must not have security. That is a policy. And what we are calling for is that Mazi Maduabuchi must be freed. We know that Nigeria must be proven wrong with our perseverance, just like today. Like Bashir said, anybody advocating for free Nnamdi Kanu is enemy of Nigeria. That, not that Nnamdi Kanu offended Nigeria. He said the person is the enemy of Nigeria, because if Nnamdi Kanu offended Nigeria, they would have proved him wrong in court. So they are being frustrated because what Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB presented about Nigeria is what Nigeria is showing to the world, because we told them this is a lawless country, they are proving it. We told them this is a country that believes in lie, they are proving it. It's a foundation of 110 years of lies. It's a foundation of lie. 110 years of lies. Nothing comes out of Nigeria. Lies. Foundation of lie. Hey, we amalgamate the north and the south because the north is too poor. Ashi. Lie. It have lasted 110 years. From 1914. North is still poor. They are still poor. 2,000 years to come. That time there will be nothing like North, because terrorists will overrun them. So they should be at the forefront of freedom. But because Babangida failed, because Murtala Mohammed failed them, because Tafa Balewa failed them, because Gowon, the killer, failed them. Even as he's alive, he cannot fight terrorists, but he was killing innocent people, bombarding churches, bombarding schools, bombarding markets, bombarding IDP camp, bombarding hospitals. 67 to 70, go on. Today, terrorists is there. They cannot give us idea how to fight terrorists. That's to prove that they are evil. Then, if they have failed the North, what about the South? What about the West? What do you want from Nigeria if the number one citizen, that is the North, have failed themselves? They are the most poor. They have the highest number of beggars. They are beggars in streets. They are going through deadly diseases, no cure. They have no handwork. They have no food. They are illiterate after ruling Nigeria for 46 years. That is the stupidity of the highest one. The same people will turn around and anybody themselves. If you love the North, you ruled, you did not change them and give them education. You ruled with your love, you did not give them food. You ruled with your love, you did not give them security. You ruled not from with your love, or you love not love themselves. Oh, I can only remind you of you must be an idiot. You love yourself not for 6 years. But Igbo people, you say they help themselves. With the 20 pounds, they are settling their brothers. This one will build, this one will build. Show me who have love first, highest. Is it somebody that will serve Alhaji and his children will serve the same Alhaji? You will compare with somebody that you will serve, he will settle you. You will go and build your own family. How can you compare such? Because Igbo man was given 20 pounds. So before you collect 5,000 naira from him, you must tell him the reason because he has problems. They demolish their house and the government cannot help him if he goes down. So you must confront us with strong reasons before we give you something. Because nowhere government can help us. It is not hatred, it is not wickedness. We used to cook food, soup, without having crayfish, without having red oil. Because our mother would send us to go and collect rice, apple or gari from Memeka. You send the other one to go and collect Maggi from Mefani. You send the other one to go and collect crayfish from Ma Chibike. We must cook the soup. That is the love in our place. But they came and gave us 20 pounds. So we started minding our pocket. Even though from there we succeeded and started helping ourselves. But the North who have been ruling, they have nothing to show. You want to show me Abuja, you must be a fool. Or you go and eat Abuja. You that is hungry, Alamajiri, go and start eating the Kurota on Abuja. Anumpama. The North have failed. And they cannot use Nnamdi Kanu's and the Ipob case to defend themselves. They have failed. These Northern Kabas have failed. They are all terrorists. If they are not terrorists, why can't they stop terrorism? Why are they enhancing terrorism and pointing hand at the East, where they have also plotted artificial insecurity? Why must they be living such life? They will not succeed with this. What we have said is that, what I have said before, I will repeat it. You see this Biafra, we are following the genuine way to demand for. If we follow it to the end and Nigeria say no, nothing will exist. One is that we will manufacture what we will use to kill ourselves and destroy the land of the North. We will manufacture what we will use to kill ourselves and destroy the land of the West. We will destroy our own land. Everybody will collapse. Nigeria collapse. Let other people come and live here. It's not something army will solve. Stop remembering your army. Oga, if we come to Kaduna, we bring it down. We come to Kanu, we bring it down. The ground will bring down. Not something you will be shooting army. Who is coming to shoot army there? Something you are doing in our land is here. Is it not enough to collapse your regions? Is it because we are watching at you? Since how many years now? Genocide has been undergoing in our land since 1967. Till today, it has not stopped genocide. That's why we come with referendum. That if somebody say no, one day we die with you, all of you. We die together. We die together. Thank God we don't have life. We don't have spare. Somebody that found himself inside Nigeria, do you have life? So which one are you sparing? If a Yoruba man do not get a Oduduwa, so you think you have life? You must be an idiot for thinking so. So an Easterner now, you think you're alive if you don't have Biafra. So Northerner, you are alive, if you don't have your freedom, you are a living, you are dead man walking. Nigeria is a place where British condemned criminals are living. There's no genuine citizen living here to the eyes of the British. This is where a Fulani can come and shoot you, die. This is where army will shoot you, you die. And they call it accidental deterrent. This is where police will ask you, what do you talk? They shoot you because you did not give 100 naira. Nobody will ask, nobody will go jail, nobody will suffer, nothing. Because you are already condemned. This is a place where you come to vote in election, they will shoot you down. You're already condemned. This is where you will travel from abroad and come back home. They will send Fulani to kill you. Because you are condemned criminal. You can be killed at any time. You are not even in a waiting trial. Every Nigerian citizen is a condemned criminal. You may be a victim tomorrow. I may be a victim tomorrow. It is sure there must be a victim of Nigeria every day. Not a victim. There must be victims of Nigeria daily. This is what we are running away from. And we must achieve it. Or everything destroyed. Simple. Nigeria should not remain. Mazi Nnamdi must be freed. The fire that is firing them, that is making Tinubu to call Buhari's government to be talking, means that IPOB is teaching them lesson. So whenever we are hitting them bad, they will start signaling. One idiot will be talking. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu, if you talk about his freedom, these are people that have been posting about court. Today they are talking it literally with their mouth. Go to the court now and jail Nnamdi Kanu. No, come and jail IPOB. Fulani. We told you that you say you are one die today. Now we be one die now. IPOB promised Fulani. You see that your strong head, we go break and down. You don't think say you dey do now IPOB go teach you lesson. After we teach you lesson quietly upon your terrorism, we use quietness teach you lesson. After teaching you lesson, we show you hardness. One Fulani cannot start hardness. No Fulani can travel to the south without the phone number of an army officer or police DPO. Show me one. So where is your strong mind? Show me how many Easterner that travel to the north and he is holding army phone number. As if somebody look for a trouble, you call an army. It's a lie. So these are experiments you will make. You know, some of you don't have sense. But at times we'll give you a little experiment. Show me a northerner that is in our land without phone number of army or police. So where is your mind? In Wanobi, people that come in the night to kill people, burn down their house. Do you have mind? You want to challenge an Easterner that will travel to a place where he don't hope to see his brother or anybody. He don't hope to see anybody. He just traveled there. He faces everything he see. He will obey the law of the land. If he goes against it, he will face it by himself without looking for any favor of anybody. These are people you think you can fight around our body. Cowardice Fulanis who cannot function without the backup of the government. You see us that function without backup of government, you are challenging us. People that can go to any place without hoping on meeting anybody that will save him. We hope on saving ourselves. These people you are fighting with. We will destroy this Nigeria totally. That is it. Thank you. We continue. So that is where we will be bringing this program of today to an end. Don't forget that this is Biafra Television Europe. Biafra Television Europe is under IPOB. And the IPOB is being led by Mazi Maduabuchi. And the Mazi Maduabuchi, the leader of IPOB, is still in detention, illegally detained. And at this very point in time, from me, fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi, and from here, Biafra Television Europe. It is good afternoon.